In this video, I'm going to show you 3 highly effective calisthenic exercises that anybody could do, all right, with some slight tweaks and variation changes. Regardless of your fitness level, regardless of your experience, you should be able to do some version of these. So I'm going to start off with upper body. All right, I'm going to hit the full body today. I'm going to start off with forward dips. All right, so if you have a setup similar to this, it would be recommended, but you can make it work regardless of what your setup is. Especially if you're in a gym setting, if you have a barbell setup like so, if you position it at a height where you could hold it like this, where you could lean over it and you have your full body weight supported, that will work just fine, okay? Just make sure it doesn't roll. Make sure it's in a fixed position as much as possible. So you could kind of use your toes to gauge the resistance level. So what I mean by that is my weight right now is on my toes, and my weight right now is on my hands, okay? So the more your weight comes on your hands, the more resistance you're gonna get. Pretty common sense. So if you're just starting out, go on your tippy toes, and you could kind of feel, it takes practice, but you have to feel where your weight is shifting, okay? The more weight you shift towards your hands, the more challenging the exercise is going to be, all right? So in this instance, you're just gonna practice lowering your chest to the bar, okay? Now, if I wanted to make this harder, I would shift more of my weight to my hands as opposed to my feet. If you wanted to kind of get a better idea of this, you could go to 1 foot, okay? And then, of course, there's the full body weight, okay, which is here. Chest to the bar, okay? Now, if you wanted to try a different way, if you have experience in calisthenics, you could also try it this way. If you have the overhead bar here, if you grab like this, an easy way to get up there besides like a jumping way like this, you can do the flip over method, which is here. Okay? Now it puts me right into that position. Now I'm already here, lower down, boom, boom. All right, really works that tricep, really works that chest and upper body, okay? But that's a rough idea of how to do a forward dip. The next one I'm gonna go over is a pull-up. You may or may not be familiar with the resistance band method, where you put a resistance band under your feet and it gives you that assistance. We don't have one of those here, so what you could do is have a bench or something to step on underneath you. Kind of get up to the bar, about shoulder width apart. Similar idea as to what I just showed you. You want to get into the dead hang position first. I'm on my tippy toes. All right, you could feel the weight on your feet or on your hands, and then you come up, chin over the top of the bar, down into the hang, okay? The main idea is to really get familiar with the positioning of the pull-up itself, okay? So if you've never done a pull-up before, of course you could start from scratch and practice, like a dead hang first, and then you do the scap ups, and then transition to the full pull-up. But this is meant to be other options for you, all right? So again, you could do the tippy toes, you could do 1 foot, and of course you could progress to the full, okay? But just make sure you do the full range of motion, because that's what's gonna be important. You wanna make sure you really feel it in your upper back, squeeze between your shoulder blades with your chest up and tall, okay? And then the third exercise is going to be targeting the abs, okay? So you could do this, I guess you could do it with the lower bar, but it's easier to do with a higher bar. So if you're in the hang position once again, and you're on your tippy toes, all right, like I showed you before, you can do a 1 at a time alternation, all right, as your first option. Really gonna work your abs that way and your hip flexors, as well as your grip, all right? These are really good grip exercises, as you can't tell. Work your forearms too. Of course, you can do the double here and tap down And of course, you could do it with no assistance. Here, let me turn around so you can get a better idea. So these are also called knees to elbows, okay, for obvious reasons. Knees to elbows. Just make sure you're not swinging. If you find yourself swinging out of control, just stop yourself with your feet. Keep going, okay? So you should be able to do one of these variations. Very good options for calisthenics. They'll be very helpful for your grip, and they have a bunch of long-term benefits. But if nothing else, it'll help you get started in the gym. It'll give you a baseline strength, does the upper body, mid, and lower, as well as front, back with the pull-ups. Okay, so you get a little bit of everything, and that's all I got for today. If you like exercises and workouts like this, please leave a like. Helps get shown to more people who might need it, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next workout. Have a good one.